Oh, well, that was quick. Good morning. It's number 60 of 365. This is called No Response. No Responsibilities. I start in 5. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. I hope that you're doing well, and I hope that wherever you are is going good for you. This is number 60 of 365, and it's called No Responsibilities. Whoa. Let's talk about it. So today's thing is called No Responsibilities, and it's a warning. It's a warning, I tell you, to those who don't want to have any. I spent a big portion of my life searching to not have responsibility and to not have children and to not have a house or a car or a wife or kids or any of it. And for a long time, I was very happy with that. And it comes into the idea that the reason that I've been able to get away with as much as I've gotten away with is based in selfishness. And it's when you are being selfish that you are able to accomplish more things for yourself. Unfortunately, though, is that within that selfishness, you come to understand that nobody else is important but you. Right? Because the only thing you care about is what you want and how you want it and the way you want it. And what it does is creates a really hard place to come from. It's not easy to live with no responsibilities, because that means that you're not responsible for yourself as well. And it also means that you are not taking care of yourself on some level. Now, I've said this before, we're all dependent upon other people in our lives, one way or another. Like, as an employer is dependent upon his employee showing up to work, so are people who worked their entire lives and are now dependent upon receiving a check every month from their Social Security. So those people who are in Social Security land are dependent upon everybody else paying their taxes. Because if they don't, then the people who are in the Social Security don't survive. So we're all dependent upon somebody at one point or another in our lives. The question is, how do you make yourself dependable for others? How do you create so that you have something where other people are like, well, I need that thing that he has. I need that information, or I need that new product, or I need whatever it is, should be something that's in service for the community. I personally feel like I am trying to make these videos. Do I want this to take off and become some kind of like cool thing? And it'd be great, but I don't expect it to happen. I really don't, because I just don't see that I'm putting in the time and effort into it. Like, for instance, I take these videos just as they are, copy, paste, throw it on Facebook, or throw it on YouTube. And some people have been like, yo, dude, if you would just take the time to do like the beginning intro thing that you do and then put like a little video, like collage, then start your video, it would make it that much more interesting. And I was like, really? And I see exactly what they're saying. I do. But I just, right? It comes down to not really caring. And that's the thing. Responsibility makes you care about something. And it works the other way around as well, right? So if you have a child, or if you have a major responsibility in your life, i.e. somebody who works for you or something like that, it makes you care more about that thing because you're no longer the only thing that's being cared for, right? It's the fact that you have to keep moving. You have to keep creating and progressing. And when you do that, you will end up inevitably having somebody depend upon you. Once again, we're all dependent upon each other. Every single life on this planet is dependent upon another life on this planet. Whether that's an insect, whether that's a mammal, I don't care what it is. We're all dependent on each other to survive in one way, shape, or form. So, I guess what today's video really is about is this. 1, if you are responsible for someone else or something else in this world, I congratulate you. Without a shadow of a doubt in my mind, because I personally don't know how to do it. People always say to me, oh, you should learn to love yourself, Paul. I'm like, what the fuck does that mean? They're like, the best answer was given to me, and I think I talked about this the other day. It was, someone said, look, man, there's 3 things in life that are always going to suck. Being hungry, not having a place, and getting a job. He's like, but if you just get a job, hungry and place to stay disappears. So deal with one of the crappy I don't likes, and the other 2 go away. And I was like, oh, that's pretty good. I like that mitigation process there they used. And so, in the end, it just makes you think, it just makes you think that, being responsible is not a bad thing, right? It's really not. But for me, it's this idea of being inside and involved in a system that is progressively pulling us away from being human. And so I have this hardcore battle in my head that is like, okay, on one level, I totally want to be famous and I totally want to be rich. But on the other level, it's like, I don't want to do anything close to fame and I don't want to do anything close to rich. Wealthy, okay, I'll take wealthy. But rich, no. And there's a difference, right? Rich is somebody who buys a $2,000 car and puts $20,000 rims and spends $5,000 on a radio to a car that's just crap. It's not worth it. Wealthy, in my opinion, is somebody who buys something knowing that whatever they're going to buy is going to become an asset, which means they make money off of it. That's wealthy, in my opinion. Wealthy, in my opinion, is, and I just saw this the other day, which I thought was really smart. This girl, lives on YouTube, and she went shopping, and she says, this is how much money I spent on shopping, which was $75. But when you do the ad revenue to how much she made on that video, she made 4 times the amount she spent on food. That is wealthy. Because she's thinking about the process at all times, right? What can I do to make money so that I'm not spending the money that I'm spending? And that's wealthy, in my opinion. Number 2, if you are responsible, I already said congratulations because I'm super impressed by people who are. What is it that people, a lot of people, this is funny, right? I was talking to somebody about getting a job or whatever, right? And he goes, yeah, it's not a bad idea, get a job. It's all good. I was like, yeah, but I just can't handle working for somebody else. And he's like, oh, yeah, I can't handle that either. And I was like, how do you do it? And he goes, I have to. I have no choice. And that's the crux of my problem. You see, because of my issues or my problems or whatever you want to call them, I'm blessed that I have a mother that would let me stay with her. And I love her so much, by the way. I love my mom so much. And I feel bad many times because this idea of just wanting to be, right, and not have to have any form of doing. Just be. I just want to be, right? But it's not accepted within our society. It's just not accepted. And if it is, it's accepted that you can be whatever you want to be as long as you're a homeless person and you don't bother anybody. But once again, if you're homeless, you're dependent upon the society to feed you. You're dependent upon the society to do this, that, or the other. So it's the same as almost having a job, right? Being homeless and having a job, kind of the same thing in my book. And you're like, Paul, that sounds so crazy. What do you mean? Well, here's my crazy. Having a job is uncomfortable. Specifically when you have somebody you don't want to work for, or you don't want to be in the job, whatever. It's uncomfortable, right? And there is no freedom. Yet, when you're homeless, there's complete freedom. And unfortunately, if you learn how to use the system, which doesn't care about you, you can live pretty comfortably without doing much. Now, is that the life we all want to live? I don't know. If I had to ask 100 people if they would rather have a job or just have no job and do whatever they want all day long, I promise you about 80% of the people are going to be like, yeah, I'd rather fucking not work. Hello? I'd rather just take a check and do nothing. There's our people, by the way. And I'm not saying it's a bad thing. It's actually a really good thing. There's people in this world that really enjoy the work. Like, it's a way for them to not think. So it's like you go to work to not think so that you can make your money so you can survive. All of that busts my brain. It destroys my brain. I don't understand it. It doesn't make sense to me. It makes people unhappy. It makes people stressed. It makes people angry. It makes people lose their hair. And it's like, yeah, Paul, it does all those things, but I have responsibility. And I have a life that I care for. And so all the other tertiary bullshit that's there kind of disappears because I have that job. Because I stop thinking and just do. And there's a lesson there. I'm sure of it. There's a lesson that states we all must take care of ourselves. And we must all be dependent upon each other at the same time. It's not a one-way or another way travel. It's a two-way road, right? So with that, no responsibilities, my ass. Because I'm on number 60. Thank you, Zach, for forcing me to do this. I forced myself, really. I thank you for being an accountability partner. And you too, Daryl. It was very nice of you to call me this morning to speak to me. Tell me some stuff. I really appreciate it. Look, do me a favor. Go out into the world and do something nice for somebody else today. And if you can't, do something nice for yourself. It does start with you. Number 2, don't get caught up in all the crazy shit, because if you do, then that's all you think about. And number 3, please like, share, subscribe. Send this out to somebody who wants to see it. Go to my YouTube channel. You can see these videos on YouTube, or you can go to my Patreon and give me some money because you like me. Website called themysticalspace.com is because I didn't have any money to pay for it. It's sad. But I don't have any money to pay for it, so the website's gone, so there goes that dream. Somebody offered me a job to sell solar. I don't know if I'm going to do it. I want to, but I don't. We'll see what happens. Number 3. Oh, we did that one. Oh, that's right. The last part of this whole thing is, hey, thank you for watching, and I love you so much. I'll see you all on the other side.